Can you hear me?
Yep.
All right. Okay, let's do it.
A spark ignites, it starts to burn. Through endless realms, no way to return. From crimson skies to wastelands torn. Myth and legend where stars are born. A million paths collide in the haze. Echoes of heroes lost in the maze. Planes walk in the multiverse. Through chaos and time we immerse. Legends rise and fade like sparks. Across the void we leave our marks.
They added like 3 times the amount of weaponry available in this vault. So they set it up so that the tensions would be very high. And then at the same time, there was a parallel cloning project that was going on, focused on, obviously, can you guess the name of the guy it was focused on?
Gary!
Yeah, you got it, buddy. You got it. So each of the Garys was grown in a lab, and there was some kind of defect in them that made Garys immediately hostile to anybody who wasn't a clone. And
Right.
they just kept making them. So they made like 50 some odd Garys to the point where their observation rooms were overcrowded with them. So what happened was, as they go along, they dealt with escalating violence. So somewhere up in the mid 50s, one of the Garys actually injured one of the doctors. So they started talking about destroying the extra clones to make room for further tests, and they basically just obviously treated the Garys as completely disposable. So you've got like, yeah, I know, it's honestly, it's insane. Like, it's I would say that it's kind of impossible to think about the fact that there would be scientists willing to do this, but there are people who are missing fundamental parts of their humanity.
Whispers crawl through the cracks like spiders in the dark. Secrets slither, shadows dance, they leave a bitter mark. Lies wrapped tight like silk spun thin, choke in the morning air. The truth you chase, it runs away, hiding where you dare. In the heat of the night, where the fire burns cold, the answers you seek are stories untold, shaped by the light.
Listen. After everybody calms the fuck down.
Is anybody alive coming out of the movie theater? Or just dead people?
Just blood and body parts.
All right, well, I'm gonna try to go in again. And if I go back in time, I'm gonna shoot the lock a few more times and see if it works.
All right, yeah, throw me a d20.
I've got a 3.
So you go in, and this time the force is more pronounced. It's more pronounced. It flings you back around a minute later. So you can feel the whiplash. More, it hits your neck, it hits your back. It's like you're almost going kind of go through plexiglass. And the people going in, you're in the situation, you're just coming around the front, and people are going in, the door is closing. A minute later, the whole thing happens all over again.
Can I try to run in and get in there before the door closes and just force my way through?
The
Or am I too
door-
late?
Yeah, it's too late. So it flings you back the moment that you're coming back around.
All right,
Boom, boom, let the hollow idols fall. One by one, let the painted stories crawl till they're gone. Came and rose back, tear the mask, crack the act, strip the ghost from the lie, hear the old world cry. Came and rose back from the fire, from the black.
Don't you think your members deserve much better than we know about Tilly Norwood, and we're heavily monitoring the situation? Like, you guys are unfucking believable. You know that. You're supposed to fight on behalf of us. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to be representing everybody here. I realize you can't have a crystal ball and you can't think 20 steps ahead. But you're supposed to have that clairvoyancy. You're supposed to think somewhat ahead. That's the whole fucking point. That's the whole point. You're supposed to foresee of problems in the future and try to stop them. That's why you have a collective bargaining agreement. That's why you went back and forth with the studios. That's why it was one of the longest acting strikes in history.
This is the LP shop, doors are open wide, so come on inside. Find a little piece of history and come alive, turn it up, let your story spin. Every scratch, every song pulls you back in. At the LP shop, doors are open wide.
As a kid, learning to play guitar, I used to put the album on. Not this album. There's a Fraley's Comet. It's called Live Plus One, and he opens with this song. And I used to learn. I would try and figure it out and play along to the album. I loved this song. And my buddy, who was a drummer, who I still keep in contact with, he learned all the drum parts on this song as well, with that drum solo in the middle.
So I'm guessing you're like a big fan of the song. Tell just let's go into it. What did you like about the song?
Well, I mean, of course, first off, it's guitar driven.
Yeah.
Vocally, Ace doesn't push any barriers.
No.
But he's got a certain execution and a way he enunciates and the way he sings that I've always been attracted to. He's not the greatest singer in the world.
No.
I don't think he ever claimed to be. But there's just something cool.
Join the cameraman and his crew. Paint on my face, just a move. We are Yu-Gi-Oh club for life. Mark it on my skin, that sign. From the campfire glow at night to the screen right in your eyes. Original stories, wild and true. You can feel them cut right through. Bring that spark straight to you. Every drop, every view. Must see TV. Join the tribe, cross the line. You'll do club for life. Say the word, you're inside. Must see TV. From the cave to the timeline. You'll do club for life. Raise your hand. That's the sign. That's the sign. That's the sign. We don't scroll, we arrive, shouting names side by side. When the caveman calls, we rise. Hear that thunder in our cry. From the first beat, we commit. Once you're in, that's it. On the banner we left. Whole world watching this. Must see TV. Join the tribe, cross the line. You're your club for life. Say the word, you're inside. Must see TV. From the cave to the timeline. You're your club for life. Once you're in, I'll get them for life. I'll go, call it out. Hey, I'll go, never doubt. I'll go, side by side. Hey, you did club for life. For life. For life. Hey. Must see TV. Join the tribe. Cross the line. You're your club for life. Hey. Say the word. You're inside. Must see TV. From the cave to the timeline. You're your club for life. Hey. Once you're in, you're in for life.
Scrolling through the screen so bright, a feast of stories in the night. One headline spicy, one's refined. Every bite feeds the curious mind. Fame's a dish, it's served so hot, we lap it up. Oh, we can't stop. A morsel here, a tidbit there. The bite connects us everywhere. Take a bite, feel the beat tonight. Breaking news under neon lights. A taste of fame in every line. The bite's the buzz, it's prime.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a brand new episode of The Bite, where I take a bite of the world of entertainment, one bite at a time. Crimson is here. Say hello, Crimson.
Hello.
So, I guess before we begin, we were right and wrong. I think, me and you, Crimson. But not the way we think, question mark, and not the way you think. So with that, let's just go to the box office. Who came in at number one this week?
One moment. Our number one this week was Scary Movie 2026, pulling in $55 million.
I don't think anyone had that on their bingo card. I mean,
Some people probably.
I just assumed that, like, listen, Backrooms is definitely on the list. It is on the list. But I didn't think Backrooms would take like a 75% drop, right? I thought, all right, $81 million, probably not doable. I thought, I'm like, all right, 55, 60, that's probably the right range, but not like what it did, right? But I did roughly go back and forth with myself. You heard me, Crimson.
Mm-hmm.
You heard me. I said I think I think there's a high likelihood of people choosing dumb fun.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what they did, right? Are you shocked at these numbers?
It's doing a lot better than I thought it would. I thought it would bomb, honestly.
Yeah. But I mean, I thought Jared Little, Scary Movie, 2026. And people went, let's move, let's go to the dumb fun. So, hey, this is a phenomenal performance. This is everyone that was in a part of Scary Movie 2026 should be very happy, and I think the studio will be happy because it's by next week. It's gonna either break. I mean, it's already on its way to breaking even, and making money. So I wouldn't be surprised if the studio green-lighted another Scary Movie film. All right, let's see what number 2 is.
Coming in at number 2 is Masters of the Universe, bringing in $29 million.
So what did we have it at? I think I said...
My guess was like $35 million.
Yeah, I think I said $45 million, somewhere in that range.
Mm-hmm.
I just... It's Jared Little. Nobody wants to support a movie with him in it, right?
Yeah.
I think
last 5 movies with Jared Leto have bombed, so it seems to be a bit of a trend.
I just think people went no. I think women said hell no, and I think men said no as well. I thought it would do I thought it would do a little bit better. I didn't think it would be number 1. I think we had it right on the money at number 2, but I didn't think it would come in at $29 million. I thought a little bit higher, but that seems to be the factor here, right? The main factor. People just don't want to support this guy, right? And it's quite telling in the numbers. If I was a movie studio, I wouldn't want to sign him to a movie now, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think what he should do, and this is just me, Crimson. Before we do that, I forgot to mention that's the reason why he wasn't on the press tour, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why was he not the press tour? And people are like, oh, well, he didn't need to. No. Because nobody, what's going to happen in that press tour? People are going to ask him a question, right? A reporter's going to ask him an obvious question. And you have to in that environment, right? Mm-hmm. And the studio's like, well, we don't want to put him out there because that's going to be the dominant question about his past, right?
Yeah.
Some smart aleck is going to go, so, Jared Little, is there any rumors that you sexually assault women on a constant basis?
Yeah, it's not a good look.
No, right? So that's why he's not on the press tour. But it's kind of like the Flash, right? The Flash was Ezra Miller.
Yeah.
You can't have that guy doing a press tour. You can't. You just fucking... And that's why that movie should have never come out. Never in a million years should have come out. And it's kind of like that situation, right?
Well, I mean, Ezra Miller, it wasn't just like the allegations. It was like literally he was,
he was committing crimes.
Yeah, literally everything possible you can do to generate controversy before a movie. It's like
right, he groomed the young girl. That happened.
You just sit stay in the house.
Yeah.
Don't leave your house. Just wait until the movie's out before you start saying anything.
Yeah, and this is kind of like that situation, or it's not to the level of the extreme of that, but it's kind of like where we're at with Jared Little, right? Mm-hmm. You can't have that guy doing a press tour because a smart aleck like me, okay, I'm fair. I'm totally fair. A smart aleck would ask him that obvious question, right? And you can't have that, right? You can't have that. And I think it was a good. It was a good move by the studio because you can have that level of distraction, right?
Yeah.
But I think we're at that level where nobody wants to support him now, right? We've seen it in 3 movies. Nobody wants to go see a movie with Jared Leto, despite he's like one of the best Skeletor. Nobody gives a flying fuck.
You know, his last 5 movies have been box office bombs.
Yeah.
Tron, Morbius.
Yeah.
Yeah, none of them have performed well, and I think there's a clear trend there. I don't think 5 movies in a row is a coincidence.
No. Nobody wants to. I don't blame, right? That level of behavior is disgusting.
Yeah.
It's just, and no one can, if nobody tolerated that kind of behavior from Harvey Weinstein and he went to jail, and if that all came out, no one's going to tolerate, if nobody tolerated behavior with Ezra Miller, and obviously nobody went to see the movie, it bombed. No one's going to tolerate that behavior from Jared Leto, despite on how people try to cover it up. Right? So my advice here, Jared, go away for 2 years and start donating to women in film. Do an interview on how sorry you are about your behavior. Then go away for another 2 years and then make your comeback.
Honestly, I think at this point, his best option is just retire. Like, he has bags of money. He can just...
Oh, dude, he is swimming in Scrooge McDuck money.
So, just go...
Go away.
Go away. Leave the film industry. You have nothing left to prove. You're already a successful actor to a certain extent. I mean, not anymore, but like...
But, like, if he were to make a comeback, that's what I think he should do. But, obviously, the best case scenario is just retire.
Yeah.
Just retire. All right. So what's number 3?
Our number 3 is Backrooms, pulling in $25 million.
Actually, it's 25.9, right?
25.6.
25.6. Yeah, what was anyway. No, I think it's
Oh, sorry, my bad. 25.9.
Yeah, 25.9.
25.6 is our 4th one.
Yeah.
My bad.
So, I did not think it would take that big of a drop. That's a big drop. That is a horrible result. Right? No matter how much A24 wants to put a spin on it, that is a massive drop. That's like a 75, what? And you could do the math, Crimson. That's what, a 75% drop? From 81 to 25? That is, I mean, I'm going to wait for you to do the math. Because I like to listen to your head spin. So from 81 to 25, that's what, a 75% drop?
It's a $55 million difference between those two.
Yeah, it's like from where it was, right? 81 to now, it's that's a 75% drop. That's you're lucky to get obviously the movie has already been profitable, but that is a horrendous number to come in at. Not even making didn't even beat Masters of the Universe, dude. For me, that's the story here. All right. So what's number 4?
Obsession at $25.6 million.
That movie, right? It's just chugging away. It almost beat. Look at that, Crimson. It almost beat the Backrooms.
Mm-hmm.
Right? What? $600,000 apart. No, wait, 6. Wait, what's 6 by 6? 8. Yeah, $300,000 apart. It almost beat Backrooms for number 3. That is I think that movie, I think we're still going to see life. I think we're going to still see this in the top 5 next week. I don't see this movie losing legs anytime soon. All right, who's number 5?
At our number 5 is coming in at the amazing digital. I can't speak. The Amazing Digital Circus, the last act, pulling in $12.7 million.
I don't even know what that movie is.
It's an animated movie.
It is?
Yeah.
Is it good?
No idea. I mean, it's based off of a animated web series.
I'm gonna have to see these movies now. So, this I would assume this is in a series, or this is like they're referring to the last act of like the final film, or something like that. I mean,
the last, like the final, like the ending, the finale.
Okay, all right. I have no idea what this movie is.
Mm-hmm.
I
know barely more than you do.
I think that's good. Is that good?
I have no idea what the budget was. I assume it was.
Well, Crimson,
yeah?
You can look that up right
Sure.
now. And for those of you moms that are watching, I know I'm scratching, and you're telling me not to scratch. I understand this. Don't scratch!
Apparently, it's about roughly at a budget of around $2 million, and it's grossed.
Then it did really well.
Yeah, it's grossed it's grossed $35 million so far.
That's phenomenal for
Yep.
that movie. I think that's really good. I'm gonna have to see this film now. It better not disappoint me. Well, I have little context, so I think I should see the animated web series first. But that's the top 5. No, The Mandalorian and Grogu didn't even crack the top 5. It actually made $10 million. But it's on its way to making money. I believe it's almost up to $3 million. I believe a little under $275 million. So that's pretty good. But it for sure that is a big drop. It is a big drop. All right, guys, let us know what you guys think about the box office and everything we talked about, breaking everything down today. Let us know in the comment section down below. All right. So next topic. We don't usually cover content creators here. We don't. We talk about the world of entertainment one bite at a time. But I think for this cat, it's absolutely warranted. And the only reason that we're talking about this today is because someone that couldn't read the room put this on Reddit. That is the only reason why we're talking about this. I'm gonna just say this first. This should have been private until his wife decided to come out with it. And we should not be talking about this. I want to make that very, very clear. The only people that should know about this is his wife and his close friends. That's it. Just want to make that clear. But it's out there. It is what it is. So let's talk about it. Last week, I don't know when this will be, but roughly in the last week and a half, Alexander Zemo, better known as Zemo, passed away due to his battle with colon cancer. I got first familiar with Alexander Zemo through the progression series, the Yu-Gi-Oh progression series. And I used to shake and sweat every time a episode wouldn't drop on time on Monday or Thursday. I'd be very nervous. I'd be getting the Jimmy shakes. He will be missed. I mean, he is the advent of the progression series. He is creator of the Yu-Gi-Oh progression series. And because of what he did, all these other YouTubers followed that. Because of him, all these progression series start to pop up. And from there, he went to making the Yu-Gi-Oh progression series with Gage, to another popular series, the Yu-Gi-Oh auction series, with Roxanne, I believe, Roxanne 35, Roxanne 33. It became, no pun intended, must-see TV. He was so creative. Now, to be clear, I don't know him personally, but what I've seen from him, his enthusiasm, just, you could feel it oozing off the screen, right? Pulling you inside the game he loved, whether it be the Yu-Gi-Oh progression series, the auction series, Yu-Gi-Oh Masochist. I mean, the guy never stopped inventing cool ways to show off the game he loved. And from all of those series, other series followed. Other clone series followed. And he just had such a presence about him. You can see it every time you tuned into one of his videos. You can see it. It was refreshing to see that type of enthusiasm. What he did for Yu-Gi-Oh is what the Command Zone did for Magic the Gathering. Right? There are waves we talk about in the TCG community all the time. Waves. Right? And the waves are people coming in and people leaving the game. And he was 100% responsible for getting so many people back into Yu-Gi-Oh. He was so... I stopped playing Yu-Gi-Oh in high school. That's when I last played. But I'm not going to lie. He got me excited for Yu-Gi-Oh again. And I actually have a couple cards, and I actually did casually start playing after all these series. Right? He had so many series, he had so many shows that he did with everybody. And if it wasn't for him, a lot of those YouTubers that you see now, Ruxin, Gage, Farfa, MBT, they wouldn't be where they are today if it wasn't for Alexander Zemo and his enthusiasm pulling them in to all of his series. Gage became a force because of the progressions. Nobody knew who Gage was. Nobody knew who MBT was. And still, until the history of Yu-Gi-Oh. Like, nobody... You couldn't go on YouTube and watch Yu-Gi-Oh gameplay. It'd be too boring. It'd be way too boring. But along came Alexander Zemo and a little show, episode 1, progression series, The Legend of Blue Eyes. And then that was all she wrote. So many people play the game again because of what he did. And you cannot say that about a lot of people. Crimson, you know this more than most. On YouTube, people have attention spans of an ant. And getting someone to sit there for 25, 55, an hour is like asking the sky to turn red. It doesn't happen. But it happened all the time on his channel. You came to see the story, right, of Yu-Gi-Oh! And that's what he provided, right? Funny gameplay, hilarious gameplay that people made fucking memes out of, GIFs out of. So many clone series happened because of what he did. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Masochist. He said, all right, on Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, I'm going to open 5 cards, 5 packs, 5 master packs. And from there, I'm going to make a deck, and I'm going to rise through the ranks. What are you doing? That's insane. Don't torture yourself. Don't beat yourself up. But here he was with the Masochist series. And guess what? Shortly after, all these clone series popped up. All these Masochist series popped up from every other YouTuber. People are going to be talking about Alex Zemo and what he did for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Not only Yu-Gi-Oh! Scene, but the TCG scene for like years and years to come. He was so influential. You saw him crossing over with Covert Cold Blue. You saw him going over to the Tellurian Community College and playing some Commander games. There. You saw all this crossover. Eventually. It's just a force, man. A ripple in a lake is not even close. It's not even close to what he did. He threw a stone in the lake and it will resonate for years to come. He was that influential. He is responsible for millions and millions of people getting back into YouTube, getting back into Yu-Gi-Oh! He would go into conventions and he would get swarmed by all these different people. Hey, man, I watched the Yu-Gi-Oh! Progression series and I got back into Yu-Gi-Oh! You can't say that about a lot of people. You can't say that about a lot of people. You know, when I say he did the same thing for Yu-Gi-Oh! that the Command Zone did for Magic the Gathering, I'm not being facetious. I'm not joking. That's what he did. He brought people in his space. And you couldn't help to be just, you couldn't help absorb his enthusiasm. It was infectious. It really, really was. It really was. And that's why you got addicted to his stuff. You wanted to see the next battle between him and Gage. I remember the Yu-Gi-Oh! Progression series, the season 1. There was like, what, a 25 week kicking up Gage's ass. And you were really like, come on, Gage. Come on, this day. And he would come out with something totally stupid. I'm like, oh, Gage, what are you doing? He got a lot of people into the TCG lifestyle as well. It wasn't Yu-Gi-Oh! You can go on his channel, go into other channels. You can watch him play every other TCG. And you followed along. You're like, oh, I want to see what Zemo's doing now. I want to see what pack Zemo's. Oh, is this a new game? I want to get that. It was all because of him. That space will never be filled. It just won't. that type of cat is very special. And you won't be able to fill that gap in the TCG YouTube community. There is now a gap, a huge gap where he was. So now all we could do is cherish the memories, celebrate the life that was Alexander Zemo, and when we crack packs, right? When we crack Magic the Gathering packs or Yu-Gi-Oh or Flesh and Blood, remember the enthusiasm, the level of excitement that he brought everywhere. And the way we remember the cat is to bring some of that energy with us. That's how we remember him. I want to give my thoughts to his close personal friends, MBT, Gage, Farfa, Ruxin 35, Ruxin 34. I want to express my condolences to his wife, and I want to ask everyone to respect his friends and family at this time. That's what I want. And just remember the way we can remember him is to be as excited the way he was excited when he talked about all this stuff. All right, so that's the show for today. We will see you back right here tonight, 6:05, for another episode of Final Countdown Top 10 Hated YouTubers. We're counting down. Number 7. Who is it? Tune in, find out. Until then, take care, be safe, be well. What?
Nothing.
What? Yeah, that's right. They're not going to say anything. You want me to say it? You know, but I'm not going to say it. So until then, take care, be safe, be well, and I love you guys. 18,000 plus and a club for life. Peace.